Yo guys, how you all doing? It is me, tomironi123 guys, back with another video. This time we're talking about the custom tactics that you should not be using in FIFA 22. Imagine guys, we always talk about the good ones, how about we talk about the bad ones? 5 tactics, 5 sets of them that you should never touch guys, because they are just danger. Now guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to click like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it guys. Let's talk about them. We're going to start off with the 4-1-3-2. Very useless formation, guys. I mean, what is the point of this, right? You'd think to yourself, okay, not bad. You have a set of 3, 1 CDM, 2 strikers. But guys, it's like a broken 4-1-2-1-2 that just doesn't work because the sentiment Havertz in this case is not up there to play like a cam. I don't see the necessity to have a formation like this. It just doesn't work. The difference between the left mid and the right mid to the 2 central players is way too far. Obviously the 4-1-2-1-2, similar kind of thing guys, but what I'm saying is look at the fact that the 2 strikers sit back as well in a 4-1-3-2. It's just a formation that's not worth giving a go guys. This is a formation you want to be steering clear of, whatever game mode you are on. I'd even say career mode or kickoff if you're having banter, guys. Because even if you're having banter, do not touch this formation. It's just not worth it. I don't see how it works. Potentially, maybe there's a triangle here, but that's very kind of, I don't know, down to luck really. I'm not really going to count that as the most legitimate reason for why the 4-1-3-2 is in any way usable, guys. Now let's go straight into the next one guys, 4-1-4-1. I've had someone suggest this, please don't take it in any personal way. I don't like the 4-1-4-1. I think the 4-1-4-1 just, once again, the striker is too isolated, first of all. Second of all, these players just do not seem to gel guys. These formations where you have this kind of flat midfield, that's not a 4-3-3 obviously because it has wingers to help you out in that formation, but the flat midfield with right mid, left mid, it's just deadly because it just leads to absolute nonsense on the pitch guys. I don't see how the 4-1-4-1 is in any way usable. I think it's, once again, those formations which are just too predictable, and at the same time it's very difficult to spread your play and be very kind of balanced with it guys, because I mean, what are you really going to do? You don't want to stretch out the width too much. Depth wise, you're not going to be going too far forwards with it, because obviously it is not going to be the most powerful formation in terms of dealing in defensively, because like I said, the central players are obviously very separated from the right mid, left mid, given a big gap as you can see between them, and that gap here is what's going to be your danger, especially since the next line has that gap as well. It's just unnecessary to touch a formation like this and obviously get involved when your striker is going to be so isolated. By the time your right mid and your left mid make those runs in behind, your striker, who could even be as good of a target man as Lewandowski in real life, it doesn't matter guys, because the trouble and the deed has already been done, and that is obviously you know, it's just the positioning is too difficult. Haaland could receive this ball and it will take Werner about another 100 years before he goes and makes that run for him. By then it has predicted and he's already moved these defenders there, and the 2 centre mids are obviously not going to be helping out too much because they are so far away from the left mid and the right mid anyway. I just think this formation is just isolating the wrong players, and it's not giving you the opportunities and the channels that you need to be playing in guys. And that puts us on to the next one, and I'm going to class 4-5-1 and 4-5-1-2 in the same exact category guys. Can I just talk about the 4-5-1-2 first? I know it doesn't make chronological order, but let me just talk about it. Once again, it's the isolation play from the striker. The striker is just by himself. This year it's all about these 1-2s. It's all about how you can, you know, use your striker as a playmaker really guys. This is what this year is all about, and this is once again the same situation. By the time he gets the ball, he gets Werner or the right mid, obviously it's not going to be Zakaria in an actual game, it's just going to be too late. He's going to get tackled and it's too predictable. This 3 in the middle, it's even worse than 4-1-4-1 because defensively there is no CDM to help you cover an already very exposed defense. Second of all, these 3 centimeters, they're just all over the place in the game. It's just made very poorly. And guys, this puts me onto the actual 4-5-1, which a lot of people use for chemistry reasons, and that makes absolute sense. You can use it for chemistry reasons all you want guys, but let me tell you why it doesn't work in game. Not necessarily because it is a bad formation from the start. It's really not just about that guys. The biggest problem for me with the 4-5-1 normal is that in the game it glitches out. The right mid switches with the ram and the left mid switches with the lamb. This means that you have players on the wing that you don't want on the wing and players in cam that you don't want on cam. This has been a glitch for EA from EA, really, for like 2 years now. And this means that the formation just needs to be avoided, guys. There's not much more to it. The formation is actually a very, very good formation. It was fun back in the day in like FIFA 18, I don't know if anyone remembers, and even FIFA 19. But this year, it's just not it anymore, guys, because, like I mentioned, it just doesn't kind of allow you to start anything if your players are obviously starting in the wrong position, and you're not going to place your cam in your left mid and all that kind of stuff because it's just all over the place. No one wants to have to go through that, and since the 4-5-1 doesn't actually offer anything really authentic or anything new to your play style, I don't think it's worth even risking it and putting it like that, guys, because then you're just kind of putting yourself through hell for absolutely no reason. I would avoid doing that. Next, guys, we're going to be discussing the where is it, guys? Where is it? Next, we're going to be discussing the 4-4-2, guys. So basically, with the 4-4-2, the biggest issue for me is... Oh, never mind, guys. I'm only joking, guys. I'm only joking. Of course, I'm not talking about the 4-4-2. I'm talking about the 4-2-4, guys. Now, the 4-2-4, let me tell you why it's such an issue, this 4-2-4. It's supposed to be the god of attacking, right? It's supposed to be the formation to go for in attack. You have left winger, right winger, 2 strikers. But let me just tell you this. Even when you're going on a gung-ho and you need to really get a goal and you need to go ultra attacking and get everyone pressing and get constant pressure on and really push up, you still do not want to open up space for the opposition in any sort of way. And what the 4-2-4 does is exactly that. It is not that strong offensively. It's a lot of players in the forward line, which means that if you have the ball with Haaland and Havertz is backed out, like he's just all over the place for you, you're screwed, guys, because you can only turn away to Werner and Wirtz. They're already going to be back, you know, marked up, because guess what? The left winger's already gone. So you're basically stuck in a very predictable and very, like, I don't know, like, you can't even organize it, right? So you're not going to do possession, you're not going to do long ball because they're already there anyway, you're not going to do fast build up because they're too far away from each other, so you'd have to go balance. You couldn't go direct passing, which you usually would in a 2-striker formation, because these players are already in a position to go through. Forward runs, possession, nothing really works with this, guys. I don't like the 4-2-4. And I know some people, you want to use it as ultra attacking, but I think there are so many more viable options. The 4-2-4 is just a weak formation. It's not usable at all. I think the 2 centre mids are spineless. Neither of them offer anything offensively or defensively. They're just spending the time running around after the ball because the forward 4 lose it and can't even track back to help you. I really would not use the 4-2-4, guys. And lastly, I'm gonna put it in a category, guys. All of the 5-back formations, 5-4-1, 5-2-1-2, 5-3-2, and 5-2-2-1. It's time to get rid of this 5 at the back meta, guys, and I'm going to tell you once and for all, this is not an agenda. The 5 at the back is useless this year. The only reason people used it last year is because they were rubbish at defending, and they had to compensate for it by having all the players at the back. That's simple as, guys, and because they had to drop back with like 2 depth or whatever in terms of bars. This year, everyone sits back anyway, so if you're using 5 back to sit back, I don't know what you're doing. You're not going to be able to counter attack. Last year you could counter attack just because of the way the game was. Your players nonetheless would run up and help you. Here, this year, guys, everyone just sits back and defends. Like all your players do, because that's how AI is programmed. Don't waste your time with the 5 at the back. 5-4-1 especially, I mean, once again, is that midfield shape I hate, guys, where the striker's isolated. No need. 5-2-1-2, it's like a 4-1-2-1-2 if 4-1-2-1-2 was ruined. It's like a B-Tech 4-1-2-1-2, really. It's just not good enough. The right back and the left back can do a good enough job, and to be honest, the whole CDM and 2 centre-back link works perfectly. You don't need 3 centre-backs to cover your defence. 5-3-2, similar thing. Last year it worked, but this year it's not like the 4-3-2-1 or anything like that. It just doesn't seem to work. There's too much of a gap. And 5-2-2-1, guys, I'm not even going to start on that. It's like a 4-2-4 without any goddamn spine as well. It's just a mess. It's just a mess, guys. I think the 5 at the back needs to go. It's not a viable way to play FIFA anymore, guys, and I suggest none of you use it. So please don't ask me also to make videos on it, because I will not. And that's not because it's a rat formation. It's because it does not work, guys. I'm not going to bring something that doesn't work. So therefore, none of these formations will appear for me, at least for now, unless EA does something crazy or I discover something revolutionary in FIFA 22. Now, guys, don't take this obviously personally. Some people might like it, some might not. I don't personally enjoy these, especially at the high level gameplay, but some of you might want to really enjoy it, and some of you might make it work. So let me know down in the comments below if you do make it work. I'm happy to try and test it. I'm happy to be proven wrong, guys. Now, thank you for all your support recently, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for the 3K subscribers, guys, and as always, peace.